Hi everyone, Carol is here to share what I have picked up from lesson 14. Basically, lesson 14 is a continuation of health divination from the earlier lesson, but it has gone one step further, whereby it added another dimension to tell us the specific body parts that has actually run into problem. Because when we started to do health divination using the 天瑞星, using the 景门, would only tell us an overall situations about what is happening, and there are possibilities of such an occurrence in our health condition and what is to come, be it whether is it having a 开门 presence, the 死门 or the 九天, or even if there are possible personnel to help us, where we look at 易 or we look at 天星星 Dr. Star, and the interactions between all these symbols. But lesson 14 introduces us to a different layer, whereby we zoom in to look at exactly what is the specific body parts that is giving us a problem. So to do this, we would need to use the 9 palaces, whereby each palace actually represent different body parts, as well as we need to use the 10 stems, where they also represent the different body parts. So our ability will lies in how strong we are in doing multi identifications of the different body parts that overlap with each other in the palace and also across the 10 stems. Because the more it happens, the more overlapping of such same body parts that happen between the asker and the answer box itself. Any frequency of 2 times more of the same information happening again, then the higher chance that this is actually the body parts that is giving us a problem, and we should actually seek medical help specifically in this area. Yeah, but I think one thing to note that when we are doing health divination, it is something very personal, because it is something which is also sensitive, that even the asker themselves, perhaps they don't even know that they have such a condition. So it is always helpful if we can get the asker or the subject ear stem to give a more precise divination. Because this thing, if we use English, it's like you cannot play, because any wrong move in doing the divination can actually result in paying a heavy price for it. And what is important is do remember to actually clean the chart using 太岁, because the 太岁 itself would actually means that every year there is a 1 stem 1 branch that has very high energy, and the preliminary cleaning of the chart using the 太岁 would actually help us to identify if whether the palaces with the 景门, palaces with the 天瑞星 would actually be impacted by the 太岁. Because if that happens, it will give us a very different scenario in terms of how we want to interpret the chart. Yeah, so I think that strikes me as something which very interesting, because by lesson 14 itself, it really teach me to look at things not just on the general level, and it always helps if we could always ask the question called what if, because there are certain things that the information may not come to us so direct, and it does help if we do ask ourselves a bit is what if this is a scenario and how would the situation be like. So it is a new discovery for me to see how to actually navigate this part to do health divination. Okay, that's all for lesson 14. See you.